What's up, friends? Luca from Pokemon TCGA Austria here, and today we have our first interview with national champions with, I don't know how to pronounce the name, Sean? Is it Sean or Shen? Zen?
Alright. It's like Sen Caubergh, but it's a Dutch
Sen
name,
Caubergh.
so no problem.
Okay, cool. Hello, Sen. Thank you for doing the interview.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad I can be here.
So, tell us about your nationals. Like, you are the Belgian national champion, 2016.
Yes, I needed a top 8 to secure my world invite.
Okay.
But now I won the nationals. I really want to go further, and I want to play the top 22 Euro if that's still possible. But we'll see how that works out.
How many championship points do you currently have?
Now I have around 720 championship points.
Okay, I see. So, Worlds invite for sure. Are you going to be at Worlds?
Yeah, I'm trying to, but of course I want a free trip, so top 22 would be nice. But I think I will still go if I have to work, of course, for the money. But normally it shouldn't be a problem to go to Worlds this year.
Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, let's talk about your deck first and about your deck choice. Afterwards, let's talk about the nationals itself. So you decided to play Nightmarch.
Yes.
I think the most overpowered deck in the format currently. So why did you decide to play exactly this list, this build?
To be honest, I already decided 5 months ago that I was going to play a Nightmarch on my nationals.
Okay.
Because I have so much experience with this deck. I already played before it was that famous. I also decided to play Nightmarch on the ECC this year.
All right.
And it went very well for me. So I didn't think that Breakpoint was going to be that special to change the meta or something like that. The only problem was, of course, the Fighting Free Belt and the Toad.
Sure, yeah, because 220 HP is like a lot to deal with.
If you fail your first turn setup and they Quaking Punch you with a 220 HP Toad, yeah, that's game over. So
of course.
First I tested a lot with Vespiquen. Nightmarch Vespiquen was my first choice. But I felt a bit cloggy to evolve the Vespiquens. And I saw some other lists that played straight Nightmarch, so I decided to also play straight Nightmarch and cut the Vespiquens. Of course, I had 4 extra slots, so I could play some tech cards. And I feel like I make a really good choice with the tech cards, so they helped me a lot. But
so, for example, Pokemon Catcher here.
Yeah.
You played 2 copies of that. How useful was this card?
For me, Pokemon Catcher was one of the MVPs of my deck.
Really?
Yes, because I really like the combination Pokemon Catcher, Target Whistle, and Teammates. I think those 3 cards are 3 of the best cards in my deck, all around the Nationals. I feel like if someone starts with a Pokemon that has, let's say someone starts with a Toad with 100 80 HP Toad, but they also have a Hoopa on their bench or a Shaman on their bench. If you're lucky, you can just flip heads in your first turn, and you already get a free knockout, so you don't have to go that deep in your deck.
I see.
And I feel like Pokemon Catcher, it is a flip card, and I only played 2 copies, but I played Puzzle of Time. Most of the time I played 2 puzzles for 1 catcher and like a DCE.
Okay, I see.
If you flip tails, of course it happens. That's the risk you're going to you take if you play that card. But if it works, so if you flip heads, your advantage is you're just +2, I guess, in the game. So
Yeah, I see, it's overpowered.
so nice if you flip heads, but
So, I think that one of the things that is quite unusual for your list is like Free Sycamore. Many people just play 2, but the real interesting card here is 1 Delinquent. Why?
First I played 2 Sycamore, and most people are playing 4 Shaman. But I decided to cut 1 Shaman because I didn't want to start with Shaman, and I decided to play 1 more Sycamore. That's the reason why I played 3 Sycamore and 3 Shaman. And Delinquent is like a late, last-minute deck. I had 1 free spot actually, and it was 1 Acrobike, but I felt like 1 Acrobike is a bit strange. Normally,
Quite random, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit random to play just 1 Acrobike in your list. So I was choosing between Parallel City for the mirror, so I could get rid of my Shamans. But I decided to play Delinquent because if you can play Delinquent at a good timing, I feel like this card can just win. It can win you the game. Of course, if your opponent has no cards in his hand, there's nothing they can do. So
True.
I'm not saying that Delinquent is the best card in this list, but it won me a lot of games. Like 3 games, it won me because I played Delinquent early in the game. Certainly in my top 8 match against Pedro Medina, the first turn I managed to get my Delinquent, and he had no cards in his hand after that. So that's the reason why I won against Greninja. So I feel like Delinquent was really important for me But I don't. It's not that necessary in the list, so you can still cut it if you want to.
Okay, but you could say that if you wouldn't have run that delinquent, that your nationals run would have looked otherwise, actually.
Yeah, it could have. I could have lost in top 8 against Greninja because I think Greninja. Most people are trying to tech cards in their Nightmarch deck to beat Greninja, but I feel if you play against a good Greninja player and they don't miss the cards in their setup, you're going to lose. So it doesn't matter what you tag in your deck list, you will not win against a good Greninja player that doesn't miss any card or doesn't miss energy or something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Totally. Yeah, like some Nightmarch players are playing 2 Hex Maniacs for that matchup, but yeah.
I don't feel. I feel like Hexmaniac is cloggy in the list. I personally, I don't like playing Hexmaniac, but you need one, of course, against Trevenant and other decks. And also nice to play Hexmaniac first turn in the mirror.
Of course, yeah.
But I didn't play that much Hexmaniac on my nationals. I don't know why, but I never feel like I needed that Hexmaniac.
Okay, that's quite interesting, actually.
Yeah, no, it's quite strange actually. I don't think I've played 2 times Hexmaniac in my nationals. Played more Delinquent.
But alright, yeah, I think that's it all for the list because the rest is quite standard. Like, of course, there are no acrobikes, but there are Pokemon Catcher and Escape Rope. So yeah, let's talk about your nationals because that's very interesting because sometimes I feel that the people in Europe, they don't know that much of other nationals in other countries.
Yes.
So, for example, how many players did attend your nationals?
We had 62 master players, so in the master division. And I don't know how much seniors and juniors, but we broke a record this year with the master division. So there aren't that much players on nationals.
But 62 is quite impressive in
Yeah,
comparison to other countries.
Yeah, okay, it's quite impressive, but compared to the Netherlands, it's not that much.
Yeah, sure, but compared to Netherlands or okay, that's another thing, or to UK.
Yeah, of course.
But so alright, so you had I think how many rounds? 7? 6 rounds.
Actually, we had 6 rounds in Swiss.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that 7 rounds would have been 64 matches.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
You need 64 players to reach 7 rounds.
Alright, so what was your record after Swiss rounds?
My record after Swiss was 4-1-1.
4-1, okay, so that's quite impressive. So how did you start your tournament?
I started against Kevin Biss, who played Greninja.
Okay.
And I lost.
Oh no, so you started with a 0-1 record.
Yes, I started with a 0-1, 0.
Okay, that's crazy. From 0 to hero.
Yes, but the good thing about my loss was that the player who I played against, Kevin Biss, he went 5-0 before the last round in Swiss, so I knew my opponent's win was quite high.
Yeah, so your tiebreak was just really good.
Yeah, I went first and fourth in Top Cut, and we were with I think 6 or 7. No, I don't know, but with a lot of people that for the 4-1-1 record. But I had the highest opponent's win, so I went fourth in the Top Cut.
Okay, that's cool. But did people bubble with 4-1-1?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Someone bubbled with 4-1-1.
Oh, crazy.
But that's why I was really happy that I had a good opponent's win. And it was the first round that I lost, so I felt quite comfortable with that position.
Sometimes it just works out like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so 0-1 start in the tournament, and afterwards you had a streak, or did you?
Yeah, I had a streak.
Oh, really? So you had 4-1.
Yeah, I had 4-1, and then I ID'd the last round. So.
Okay. Any unusual matchups or decks you faced, or
was the second round was against Gengar Crobat, which wasn't that difficult for me because
weird.
Evolve. Game 3 was against Trevenant.
Okay.
Which is normally a bad matchup, but my opponent failed to have the turn 1 Trevenant, so I could get my setup.
I see.
And also he didn't have an answer to my Shaman loop, so I played 3 Shamans, so I could still loop, and sometimes he judged me, but I had still 3 in play, so.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, some people. I mean, okay, he was 1-1 at that moment, so yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Whatever. Okay, so 4th round.
4th round, I played against. After my Trevenant matchup, I played against Mega Ray.
Mega Ray, okay, like that's quite easy if he doesn't manage to get out his Jolteons fast enough.
It wasn't that difficult, but this is one of the matchups because he played Dragon Race. So actually, it wasn't that easy as most people think because he always started with a Dragon Ray, but he also played Aegislash and 2 Jolteon EX. So some people might have some troubles, but I felt like here the Pokemon catcher was extremely good in this matchup.
I see, yeah.
I had to turn 1, I could just catch her. I could just catch her Shaman or Hoopa. The next turn I could play Lysander, and I played again double puzzle for 2 catchers to win the game. I played a lot of catchers. I feel like it's just so strong.
Crazy.
Well, of course, Mega Ray isn't. If they evolve to their Mega, it isn't much of a problem. And with Joltik with a Fighting Fury Belt, they can KO you with the Dragon Ray with the first attack.
Yeah.
Which is Dragon Claw, I believe it is. But yeah.
Okay, so last round you ID'd.
No, the round after I played against Raichu Vespiquen.
What?
Yeah, Raichu Vespiquen. Actually, one of my friends made the choice he tried to counter the meta, of course, with Vespiquen to beat Greninja, and Raichu to beat Mega Ray because he expected a lot of Mega Ray. And of course, Raichu isn't that bad against Yveltal either, so...
Sure, yeah.
But... Yeah, I just won the first round with Target Whistle Catcher combination. Second row I dead drew, so I lost.
Oh, crazy.
And dead drew offered Judge, so it was quite...
always this Judge.
Yeah. And the game 3, he went first. I went first, but he failed after, I think I played Hex that turn. And then it was quite easy to pick up some knockouts on the Shaman. He had to play 1 Shaman the turn after.
Okay.
And I could just Lysander or Catcher and then just Target Whistle the loop and win the game.
Okay, I see. So Target Whistle was quite an MVP in your deck as well, I
guess. Target Whistle, Catcher, Puzzle of Time, and Teammates are, I think, one of the best cards, are the best cards in this deck actually, because all other cards are trying to give you that setup. But I feel like sometimes you just draw 1 puzzle in your deck, and if you manage to get both your Catcher and you can flip one of them heads, you can just catch a Shaman. Most of the time you can catch Shaman. And the turn after you can just play Teammates, grab that 1 puzzle, and grab something else you need, perhaps a DCE or something. And then just play double puzzle for Versus Seeker and Catcher or something like that. And most of the time it just worked out that I could play Catcher and a supporter in 1 turn.
Yeah. It's the same with red card, like with the effect of Judge just for your opponent.
Yes, indeed.
And the item combination is just sick. So
yeah, of course.
Pretty good. All right, so you went into Top Cut as, or no, that was the last round, right?
Yeah, that was the last round.
Yeah. So you went into Top Cut as.
Actually, sorry, it wasn't the last round because I ID'd the round after.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Sorry,
okay, I see. So what would you have played against that in the last round?
In the last round, I played against Jimmy Woods, who played Mega Sceptile.
Oh, okay. That did he play the how's it called? That Assault Vest?
Yes, he was playing Assault Vest.
Okay, that's quite annoying for Nightmarch.
Yes, but actually I played against him in top 4, so.
Oh, okay. So let's come to tops then.
So top 8. There were 2 Greninja players in top 8, and I absolutely 3 Greninja players actually.
Oh, that's.
I didn't want to face one of them, so I. But unfortunately, I came to Pedro Medina with Greninja. We already discussed it before, but it was why the delinquent absolutely saved my butt.
Crazy.
He started with a active Froakie, 1 Irachi on his bench, and another Froakie on his bench.
Like the optimal setup.
Yeah, like the optimal setup. And he played Trainer's Mail, I guess. I'm not sure, but I think he played 1 card from his hand. That didn't add another card to his hand, so he had 3 cards in hand. I opened my hand with Dimension Valley. I played my Trainer's Mail, but I was trying to get Battle Compressor, then drop my Delinquent to my discard pile, and then just grab it back with my Versus Seeker. But I played Trainer's Mail and already had my Delinquent, so that was quite good. But I played Delinquent and I saw his hand. He had Energy and Ace Trainer in his hand, so I was so happy that I got that Delinquent that turn.
I see.
And so I didn't attach because I wasn't able to have my DCE that turn, but I just passed and he passed back.
So you knew, okay.
Yeah,
if he doesn't get anything, I won this match.
Yeah. And I just KO'd his Froakie. It was back his turn. He passed again. I KO'd his Irachi. And then last turn, he just scooped because he drew that. I was the scoop.
Oh
We
man.
went to the second game, and in the second game he started, of course. He started Froakie. He played Wally to evolve into what's it called, Frogadier.
On his first turn.
Yeah, on his first turn, and I'm kind of whoa, that's quite strange that he plays Wally on his first turn.
It is.
And but he passed, so yeah, I was really lucky that matchup. I have to commit
Okay.
that. And he just passed, so yeah, I started with a Pumpkaboo, I had my D-Valley, Energy, Battle Compressor, and it was just game. The game took about, I think, 5 minutes. I thought it was already over.
Oh god, you must have felt so relieved afterwards. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry, man, but
Yeah, but actually, Pedro, I know Pedro already for quite a long time because he lives this year in Belgium.
Okay.
But he's a Brazilian player, actually, but
Oh wow. Okay, cool.
yeah, but he lives here. And we already discussed some lists, so I felt bad for him, of course, that I donked him in top 8.
But that's the game.
Yeah, that was a game. Of course.
Okay, so top 4 against Mega Sceptile.
Well, Sceptile, Skeptile, I don't know how they pronounce it, but
Yeah.
yeah. So I played against Jimmy Waits, who I ID'd against in Swiss. And I didn't know much about his list, only that he played Assaultfest, but he also played, of course, the Force of Giant Plants and
Yeah,
Super
sure.
Scoop Ups.
Scoop ups.
Yeah, he played Scoop Ups, which was kind of interesting.
Okay.
On game 1, I started Shaman, and I wasn't able to do anything the first turn. I had to pause, I didn't attack because I failed to get my Escape Row or my Floatstone. And of course, I couldn't play my AZ that game because I needed Sycamore for my setup. And he KO'd my Shaman, and I wasn't able to KO him back because just difficult to KO a Mega Sceptile with an Assault Fest attached to it because he went first with Force of Giant Plants. So yeah, I lost that game. I think I had 3 prizes left because I also KO'd one Ariados or something. Yeah, it was a strange situation, but I felt like scooping the first game because I drew so bad.
So you got more time.
Excuse me?
So you got more time for the.
Yeah, I got
other
more
matches.
time for the second. But we only had 1 hour to play, so time wasn't that important. But yeah, of course, you have more time to play the top 4 the 2 games. The second game, I started with Pumpkaboo and he started with Hoopa. So that wasn't that difficult for me. I just could KO in the second turn his Hoopa. And then again, the Target Whistle, Pokemon Catcher, Lysander, Teammates, Loop started.
Pretty good.
It was a quite easy game for me.
I see.
It took like 4 or 5 turns, so it wasn't that difficult. And game 3 was rather interesting. Because he started again with 1 Sceptile or Skeptile on his active position and 1 on the bench. And he managed to get his Forest of Giant Plants, Spirit Link, so he could evolve his back Mega Sceptile. Then he played Assault Fest on the active one. And at the end of the turn, of course, he had to drop some Shamans and a Hoopa. And at the end of the turn, he evolved the front one. The front Mega Sceptile to end his turn, of course, with Force of Giant Plants.
He got 2 Megas. So he
Yeah,
got
2 Megas first turn and 1 with Assault Fest and 1 with Spirit Link. And I felt like I draw really good that game because I managed to flip heads on my first Pokemon catcher. So I had 1 spare for the rest of the round. I KO'd his Hoopa EX with my Pumpkaboo.
Yeah.
Then he just KO'd my Pumpkaboo back. And just the loop went again. I played Target Whistle on that Hoopa or on the Shaman. I don't know what I KO'd the second turn. And the last turn I was able to do 220 damage with Starling Megaphone. So
wow. Okay. That's sick.
was kind of a interesting matchup actually. I didn't think it was that difficult, but with fast it's yeah.
So in that game there were no Nightmarches prized, or you got all of them out of the prize.
And I picked all of my Nightmarches out of the prizes. So
okay, I see. That's cool. So you must have been pretty happy because you're like, oh what, Mega Sceptile, oh I just beat it.
Yeah, of course. But Mega Sceptile is not. I feel like it's still in your favor, of course, because you can play around those Mega Sceptiles. But if he played Super Rod, I think things would have been different. If he played a Super Rod in this, so he could get his Hoopa and Shaman out of the discard pile.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it depends, but
it depends. Yeah.
Okay, so finals against which deck?
Finals I played against Daphne van der Broek, and she played actually. She played Vespican Nightmarch.
Oh, okay. So similar to I think it's a mirror match actually.
Yeah, something like a mirror match.
Yeah,
But
something like that.
she played more Vespican. She played actually. I felt like she played Vespican with Nightmarch deck instead of Nightmarch with a Vespican.
What?
So there were Unos in her deck and a Bumblebee in her deck. So yeah, it was
Okay.
kind of strange. But she also played Grass Energy in her deck, 2 copies of Grass Energy, which was
No way.
rather strange because
And she made it to finals with. Oh, I think that must have been a good call then.
yeah, it was a good meta call, of course, because people were playing Greninja.
Yeah.
I felt quite comfortable because I play Nightmarch for so long time now, and
I see.
yeah, I know how the mirror works. So of course you have to go on Pumpkaboo in the mirror match, and things like sometimes Pokemon Catcher was so handy. Like turn one, I catched her Joltik from the bench. I could switch, and then with my Shaman I could Sky Return, and I could just hold my DCE.
Okay,
So those are just
and your shaman.
yeah, of course. These are just minor things in game, but with Pokemon Catcher, these are like an advantage at game because you keep your DCE and your Shaman is from your board, so
Sure, yeah.
that worked out quite good for me.
So you two owed her, or
Yeah, I too owed her.
okay, and then that was it. Like you're national champion.
Yeah, actually, it was like it wasn't. It was. It went so fast that the second game against the final, and I realized that now I'm the national champion with Nightmare. So yeah, it was quite strange actually.
An amazing feeling, I guess.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, pretty cool. Yeah. Are there any other things you want to add or say in this interview?
I haven't think about anything else. I
Okay.
just feel like people should really try a Pokemon Catcher, teammates, and puzzles together.
And
Because
target whistle.
yeah, and Target was I really like that combination. Nothing particular. I think Nightmarch will still be strong in the next set with Mew
I
because
also think so.
now you can attack with basic energies.
Yeah. But the thing is, what do you have to cut for that? So.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, we will see it because there are many other nationals with the new set, and we are going to try to get many other interviews with many other decklists and many other people. So I would say thank you very much for this interview.
Yeah, no problem.
I hope to see you at Worlds.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully it will work.
And yeah, thanks again and have a great evening, man.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.